Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In the last video you had seen me unboxing a lot of BH Cosmetics stuff which I had bought, and I wanted to do a look for you, and this is what I had created. This look is going to be on how I created this look. So I have used the Carlie Bible Palette and the BH Cosmetics highlighting palette, and you can see that I'm glowing for the gods. It is amazing. That highlighter palette is amazing. Of course, the Carlie Bible palette is also amazing. You can see it on my eyes, and I'm going to show you how I created this look right on this video. But before you leave, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you're new to this channel, hello, I'm Samina, Shireen. This is the Makeover studio, and I really appreciate you being here. Please do hit the subscribe button down there and subscribe to my channel. And without much further ado, let's get started.
My foundation, concealer, powdering and my eyebrows. So we're just going to go into the eyes. I'm using the Carlie Bible palette. This is how the palette looks. I've showed it to you, and this is how it looks from inside. So I'm going to use this light taupey shade as my transition color. So just placing that color with a fluffy brush into my crease. Then to deepen up that color, I'm going to use this darker brown shade. There's a little warm brown shade, and I'm going to use it on the same brush and use it again in the crease. Then I'm going to use this more darker shade into the outer corners and into the crease. I'm going to be building this color up. So I'm placing it in the outer corners as well as in my crease. So blending it out with a tapered blending brush. Then I'm going to go in with this dark brown, very brown warm shade. And I'm going to be placing this in the outer corners, especially in the outer corners, and blending it away into the crease with whatever is left on my brush. So placing most of the products on the outer corners, and then whatever is left into the crease, I'm blending it just to intensify the crease. Then I'm going to be taking this shimmery gold shade on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to wear it with my makeup setting spray, and then I'm just going to pat it down onto my lid. Now you can just see with just one pat how intense that pigment is. So I'm just going to very slightly cut crease with the same brush, not very harsh, but a nice blended cut crease, with the same brush. So it's a nice intensified gold, and with the makeup setting spray, it's just bringing out all the beautiful pigment. It is so pigmented. The shadows are so pigmented and so blendable, and that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to be taking that brown shade again and just placing it into the outer corners to define them a little more. Then I'm going to be using that the first shade I used as my transition shade on my lower waterline. So placing that color first, and then taking the dark brown shade we used in the outer corner and placing that as well on the lower lash line. I'm pulling the color from the outer corners towards the inner corners, and that's how I want to smoke out my lower lash line. Then I'm just going to dust off the excess that fell, and I'm going to wear some inner corner highlights. I'm taking that pink color shimmer on this oval brush. It's beautiful for inner corner highlight, and I'm going to place that in the inner corners of my eye, and you can see how instantly it will open up the eyes. It works fabulous. These colors are very, very pigmented. I use the same shade on my brow bone as well to just give it a little highlight. And yes, then I'm going to be wearing some lashes and some eyeliner to complete the look, and I'm going to use this Nykaa kajal in my waterline to just complete this eye look. So we're just going to use the kajal in the waterline. This kajal is very smooth and very pigmented, so it's like one stroke and you're done with it. So just lining my waterline. I'm not going to outside, I'm just lining my waterline precisely because that's how I want. The upper eyelid is pretty heavy, so I don't want to go heavy on the bottom lash line. And with that, we are done with the eyes. Then to move on, I'm using my Morphe palette to highlight. You know the drill, I have used this palette so many times. I'm going to be taking an angular brush and dipping into that color right there. It's a nice cool tone brown, and I'm going to be contouring. I'll contour on the parts I contour most. So my cheekbones, I'm going to contour my cheekbones and then take the color into the temples of my face and onto the forehead and blend it out nicely. And then similarly just contour my jawline because I like the chiseled jawline. So contouring my jawline. Under the chin, I like under the chin, just brings back that shadow like you see. Then I'm going to take a more defined brush and going to contour my nose. Now if you look at this carefully, I'm going to contour from the inner corners of my eyes to downwards and then onto the tip of my nose. That's how I like to contour, and instantly it brings a more defined nose. Then moving on for blush, I'm using this BH Cosmetics blush palette I got. This got 4 colors. I'm going to be using that coral shade. I'm going to be picking up on the brush, and you can see how much pigment it will pick up in just 2 dabs in the brush. So that's a lot of pigment. So I'm going to be a little careful while I put it on my face. So instantly you can see that corally glow to the face. Just adding a little more. I did go a little heavy, but then I just toned it down a little. I'm sorry. So just adding blush to the apples of my cheeks and pulling it upwards, that gives you an upward lifted face. Then just adding it onto your cheeks, which gives you a round patch of blush. So adding it upwards towards and blending it into the contour of my face. And there you go. It's a beautiful, beautiful corally blush, and I love these blushes as well. Then the next part is my favorite part. It's this highlighter palette. It's the Spotlight Highlighter Palette from BH Cosmetics, and damn, this palette is beautiful. So I'm going to be picking up that last shade. It's like a pink shade. It's called Vivid on a fan brush, and you will just see how pigmented that is. It's blinding just in one swipe, and look at that. It's blinding. Of course, we're going to build that up, and I went a little too crazy with my highlight, and you're going to see. So I'm just placing my highlight. I mixed 2-3 colors. I'm sure I never go in with one color. So I mixed 2-3 colors, and I went on the top of my cheekbones and then dragging it into the temples of my face. That's how I like my highlight, and I'm going to turn my face in the next shot, and you can see how blinding that highlight was. It is blinding. I was awestruck. I can't put in words how beautiful this highlight is. Apparently this highlight is a dupe to Anastasia's Nicole Guerrero glow kit. It is beautiful. I swear by this. This is beautiful. So I'm just going to contour both sides of my cheekbones. I'm going to go on my nose and just look at how blinding that got. I had to tone it down a little because it got blinding, and I loved it how it looked. I'm just going to highlight my cupid bow under the chin, and then just pick a little and whatever is left on my brush on the centers of my forehead. That's how I like it, and that's how I did my highlight. Of course, I went in a little more. I'm just extra. I also took a little onto my brow bones because that's how I like to connect my highlight. And yes, I think that's it for the highlight. I loved it. It was superb. Then for the lips, I went in with this satin lip pencil from Pro Arte. I'm in love with this pencil. If you've been following me, you know I'm in love with this lip pencil. It's called Pro Arte. It's the color Milk Chocolate. I love how this color looks. It's the perfect nude. I love it. So I'm just going to fill in my lips with that pencil. And because I was in love with the BH Cosmetics highlighter palette, this is what I did. I picked up that shade. It's a brownie goldy shade, bronzy gray shade, and just placed it on my lips. And oh my god, it looked stunning. I've done this trick in my ombre lips tutorial. I'm going to link that below so you can check that out. It's a trick to get ombre lips, but I just went in with that glitter, and instantly it transformed my matte lip into a nice metallic shimmery lip, and it looked gorgeous. I was awestruck by how this highlighter looked on my face. Then I'm just going to go in with some setting spray. This is my Makeup Revolution Pro Fix spray. I love this spray as usual. And like I go in with my setting spray, I go in with some highlighter. I am extra that way, you know that. So I'm just going to dip into my highlighter again, just a little, and just go into high points, especially my cheekbones. I love how my face looked. And that, my friends, is going to be the finished look. You'll just see that in a moment. That I finished the look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love filming it for you. I love the Carlie Bible Palette. The eyeshadows are very blendable and very pigmented. Love them. Love the highlighter palette. Oh my god, the highlighter palette was the steal, and I love the blush palette as well. So I'm going to be using this in much more tutorials. So I hope you guys really liked this video. Please do subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.